Definitely the most beautiful place in the world at the best time. Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. Welcome to my studio. Today it's already quite late. I had to take care of a lot of business stuff, scheduling the upcoming releases for my label. There are 3 new releases coming up by the Noise Geeks, by Slider, and also the Spuds. All really extremely good, and I can't wait to put them out there and share them with you. I also took care of continuing working on the song that I started yesterday, where I recorded the self-made surprise egg shaker. So now that all of that is done, the only task for today is to prepare for the DJ set that I'm playing tonight here in my hometown. It's a local residency with maybe 100, 150 people fitting into that club. A lot of people always ask me how I prepare for my sets, all of the steps that are involved before actually going to the club and playing the sets. So let me actually start with the most important one. This right here contains the invoice for tonight. It says how much I'm getting paid. I of course won't share that. And why is it so important? Obviously, if you don't have it with you, you won't get paid. When you're not getting paid, you can't pay for your equipment, for the music that you played at night, for your rent. You just can't be a full-time DJ or producer or whatever you want to be in your life. If you're not getting paid, you can't do it for a living. So always make sure to get paid. Even if you play like small gigs or in bars, at least make sure that they pay you minimum wage. If you do gigs for free, I mean, maybe at the beginning, but you should try and avoid it and at least cover your cost. The next most important thing, I mean, it's a little sad that it's so important, but it is important, is actually posting about you DJing that night in that club. So I always make a post on Facebook, Instagram. It has a couple of reasons. First, for your fans to know that you're DJing there so that they come. When they all come, you make more money because the club owner wants to have a full club with people drinking. If you make sure of that, you just get paid more because they make more. And it's also, even if no one shows up for you, it's showing a lot of respect and that you care about that night, about the club owner, the booker, and all of the people involved in making that night a reality. The club and festival business is a really tough one. They're high stakes. If something goes wrong, everyone loses a whole lot. I know a lot of big festivals, if they have like 1 or 2 bad summers with bad weather, that's sometimes just it for them. So just be nice, try to support them, and they will also support you in return. So yeah, next up, music preparation. These days are unfortunately or fortunately over, depends on how you view it. I love vinyl, love the sound of it, and back then you just had to dedicate way more time training to beat match with records, and you had to buy them, so there was a way higher entry to be a DJ. Nowadays it's way easier. This is good to some extent, but there are also a lot of people that just don't have a clue about DJing and still pretend to be DJs. Cities also not the reality anymore, and I'm happy about it because preparing all of this for your gigs was really annoying. The burning and printing those labels took me ages. Oh, by the way, this is my very old logo. Electro progressive tech and minimal. Long time ago. So what I basically need to DJ, not even the laptop, all I need to DJ is really just this USB stick. That's all. You put all of your music on there with Rekordbox. If you didn't know, that's Rekordbox. It's a software by Pioneer. I use it because I DJ with the Pioneer equipment, the CDJs, the 2000 Nexus 2, and also the Nexus mixer. And this way I can prepare the songs for the set. It analyzes the songs, so you get the entire waveform up here already pre-done for your set. It also quantizes everything, gives you the BPM, also the key, but with the key it doesn't always do it right. So this is really handy if you want to beat match, and you should always actually beat match, especially for electronic music. And also the keys, they're not always accurate, but it can be a help to decide which song to pick next to make sure it's in key, because mixing in key can be really helpful, especially if you have shorter versions of tracks without a long intro and outro. So you might have to make them just fit so that people don't get ear cancer because the songs are clashing. So a lot of people ask where I get my music. I usually, or I'd say my music library, my digital one, is 90% BEATPORT. I used to buy a lot on BEATPORT. Nowadays, less and less. I have other sources and a lot of promos that I get sent by other DJs and producers, by bigger labels. I usually tend to get like a couple hundred songs per month. So I listen through all of that because those are more exclusive tracks that most other people don't have. And I then also still check BEATPORT for the more chart-topping songs you might need. But without a doubt, my biggest asset is definitely my experience. I started, I don't know, 15, 16 years ago collecting music, listening to a whole lot of music. And I play a lot of older stuff, like less known tracks that are older, that are still relevant today and that I really like to incorporate into my sets, that make my sets unique. And if you're now wondering how to build up a collection, which tracks to choose, it's really extremely hard to answer. The by far best way to do it is actually just to buy a track, test it out in a club, DJ it, and see how the people react during different times, which track goes well with another track. And over the years, you will learn all of these patterns and kind of have a feeling for which track should follow the already playing track, which style is the right one for the club, which track is the right one for the mood. Most of it is common sense, and the other part you can't really learn without actually going out there, DJing, practicing, and learning your lessons. Because there are plenty of tracks where I know I can't play them because they're like not for the club. Also, some of my own productions might not fit into a club environment, so I make a lot of edits of my own songs to actually be able to play them out in a club. It's kind of complicated to explain because there are a million things going through my head while DJing, and there's so many tracks to choose from. But when you do it a lot, you kind of build up patterns and have like your favorite track that should follow that track, and you know exactly how to build up to like the peak time of the night. So yeah, transferring all of the new stuff to the USB stick. One last beginner tip: if you're just starting out, make sure that another DJ is guiding you. So maybe ask someone that you know that is a DJ to take you with them to the gig, and maybe just play the first 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe one day even the first hour, maybe one day the main DJ gets sick and then it's your turn to try it out for the entire night. Just slowly but steady get into it, because if you think you're a producer and you could just play the biggest festival from one day to another, believe me, there's still skill involved in having a cool, nice DJ set. So you have to practice that. Plus, on top, all of the technical things that I explained in my basic DJ tutorial. If you're interested in that, I will link it up here. Next up, the two most important things: dinner. Hummus makes you strong. And then a quick disco nap, trying to sleep maybe for 2 or 3 hours because the gig starts at midnight. I worked already 10 hours today and I have 8 more hours ahead of me. So trying to sleep as much as possible is the key. Made it to the club a little bit late, but the city center is packed. The weather was so nice. I'm completely destroyed.
Way too sober.
Yeah, we didn't drink a lot, unfortunately. That's all because of those
cards.
I hate them.
Let's find out if we get like the difference on top.
Yeah, €1 is left.
Yeah.
We should protest. So you know what's coming next, the usual question.
Yeah, the usual.
Yes, let's see if we're lucky.
Didn't we like 2 months ago have, that?
Yeah.
This bakery.
Yes, probably better than Burger King. Yeah. Definitely the most beautiful place.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
how much I miss it.
Yeah. There's still party at the Kuhstall. These guys are cleaning up. I also got cleaned up a little bit. Döner?
Döner?
That's definitely the wrong thing to eat before going to bed. I once passed out with a döner in my bed.
Did you?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, the next morning. Ugh, Burger King is a big epic fail. Fast food, and we waited 10 minutes. That's too long, so... pizza for breakfast. Snack. Back home. Sleep. And next month, again, the same shit. Yay.